Hi there, paisanos. It's time for the Super Mario Super Review. Dee. Super WTR here with a look at some Mario figurines, which actually came out quite a while ago, but are still pretty widely available at retailers. In fact, I actually picked up some of these last July or August, and that was just the Series 2. There was actually a Series 1 that ran a year before it, but the Series 2 you can still find in stores, and they've repackaged some of the Series 1 as well. Here's a look at the single card blister. It's got a kind of nice design to it, but the kind of stupid thing is they don't actually show actual images of the character on the back. It's just like these CGI things. As you'll notice, I do have quite a few Shy Guys. I hope to build an army of them eventually. I've always liked the design of Shy Guys, but unfortunately the Super Mario series really hasn't incorporated them much. They first appeared in Super Mario 2, which was actually just the kind of rebranded, I think it was Doki Doki Panic 2 or something, so I don't know, maybe it's because they're a more generic enemy or something. They really haven't popped up much since. They do make appearances in like the Mario Party games, but just never as playable characters, but in the main franchise they've basically been forgotten. Really cool looking design though. The other thing that kind of got tossed by the wayside is Mouser, who made quite a few appearances in the old Mario cartoon back when they had Captain Lou Albano actually playing Mario, the wrestler. Actually died a few years ago. It's kind of tragic. I forget how he died though. Here we have a Koopa Troopa. By the way, I really like these sculpts for these figures. I think they capture the characters well. And they use some really crisp paints and stuff so you can really get a good representation. Now the Princess Toadstool over here isn't actually from the figurine series. She might have been from the Series 1. I don't recall seeing the Series 1 in stores, but this one's from the Keychain series, which they charged an extra buck for. I don't know, but for the luxury of having a keychain, you have to pull out the character just so you can display them. But yeah, not too many complaints there. Here we have the main man Mario. I believe his Series 1 figure had like a much more dynamic pose, kind of like the jumping thing with one arm in the air, but I can't remember. And Luigi. By the way, I had to use a cartridge here because none of these stand up all that well. Sorry, disc case. That's such a lame pose. I'm not even sure what the heck he's doing. Maybe he's doing like a one-legged jump. And here we have the Babam or Ba-Mom from Series 1. He came packaged with the winged Goomba over there. Always liked the Babams. It's kind of a cool gimmick, and then you actually use them to clear away terrain at times. And here we have the winged Goomba. The winged variants for the characters were always kind of cool, just because they sort of had a weird bouncing thing which shook things up. And then after you hit them half the time, they'd like lose the wings and you'd have to stomp on them again. But I think with the Goombas, one stomp killed them. I think it was the Koopa Troopas that needed the second stomp. And finally we have the Lakitu, who for whatever reason did not include any Spinies with him. I hated these guys so much in the games just because they'd show up and they'd attack you from above, dropping things that you couldn't jump on, and plus if those things hit you, you'd be hurt. Really, really cheap characters. Very cute figure though, I really like the Cloud there. They took more of a passive role in some of the later titles, like in the Super Mario 64. This is your camera angle, it's Lakitu following behind you, that you can see at times during the mirror scenes. So yeah, I know I talked quite a bit. I have a tendency to do that. But I really like this line, and as mentioned, you can still find this in stores if you're interested. Target, I got a few of these from Target recently. Toys R Us also carries them. I mean, generally, I think the single cards run for about $5. I picked up the original ones for $3 or $4. I think from like some grocery thing, which was running them a little bit cheaper at one point. And then they also have collector packs where they have some 2 packs of like two of the characters, and they had like this one, I think it was like a 5 or 10 pack. No, not 5 or 10 pack. It might have been like an 8 or 10 pack, and it was like $30. But it'd be really cool if they released like a villains pack or something for a little bit of money, and then that'd be good army buildings. 5 each is a bit much for these.